At this time, the staff and crew of the L2C Media Network and Steve's Sporty Balls dedicate this program to the memory of Carl Weathers, whose portrayal of Apollo Creed and Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa gave boxing a second life. To Carl Weathers, bring you the 10 bell count. Tonight's program is dedicated in memoriam to one of the greatest actors in Hollywood, Carl Weathers. Live from our studios in Park Forest in Jackson, Michigan, this is Steve's Sporty Balls with your host, Steve the Baxman Baxley. And now, a little punchy himself, here's Steve. Hey, good evening. I think we can lower that just a nice little nudge. Can we lower that, please? There we go. Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to. Well, hey, we don't. There we go. Anyway. Hi, everybody. As you can tell, this is still a work in progress. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this very special edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. Why is it a special edition? Well, because along our usual route, we want to dedicate this, as Franklin Pangborn said, we are dedicating this in the memory of Mr. Carl Weathers. And look what I got. Golden Kazoo, that's right. So you know we got to play it. So here goes. All right. Okay. We welcome you to our broadcast. Welcome you to what will definitely be maybe the last few weeks of us here, because there is where we're going to be in our little studio. Yeah, show them the little studio. There it is. We've opened it up so you can see. Yep, we got a lot to clean out of it. There we go. Anyway, we welcome you to the broadcast. Let us not dawdle any further. We got a lot to do and a lot of sports. As you know, the NHL All-Star Weekend began Thursday with some members of the Hall of Fame. Hello, Matthew. Hello, LDG. Hope you all are having a great day. I'm having a good day. Just early today, I had an eye appointment. Passed it. Doing good. The eyes definitely have it. But now, before we do anything, any gabbing, any talking, let's get to the scoreboard. And you're probably asking yourself, oh, good, we got a lot of sports to do. Well, almost. We don't have the NHL, but as we often do say on this program, we're going to find something. I just don't know what that is, but we're going to find something. We are going to find something. That's right. There we go. Okay. We have found that little something something. That's right. We found that little something something. And we're going to give you everything from soccer to hockey, basketball, maybe a few others. But here we go. Okay, thank you. Whoa, hi there. Uh, okay, let's get going with it. In La Liga, it was Athletic Club 4, Mallorca 0. In Series A, it was Lecce over Fiorentina 3-2. In das Bundesliga, it was FC Heidelheim, Polego, and Borussia Dortmund ending in a 0-0 tie. In Ligue 1 in France, it was Paris Saint-Germain over Strasbourg 2-1. In the quarterfinals of the African Cup of Nations, Nigeria defeated Angola 1-0. The DR Congo defeated Guinea 3-1. In the quarterfinals of the AFC Asian Cup, Tajikistan lost to Jordan 1-0. South Korea over Australia 2-1. In Eredivisie in the Netherlands, it was Almere City over Excelsior 2-1. In England Championship action, it was Leeds United over Bristol City 1-0. In Super League in Turkey, it was Sivasspor and Ankara tied at 0. Faith Karagümrük lost to Hatayspor 3-1. Galatasaray over Samsunspor 2-0. In the friendlies 2024, the international friendly, it was Costa Rica over El Salvador 2-0. In La Liga 2 in Espanol, otherwise known as Spain, it was Elche over Bourgeois CF 2-0. In Series B in Italy, Palermo defeated Bari 3-0. In Bundesliga, the sequel, otherwise known as the second, Weiden Wiesbaden and Karlsruhe SC tied at 2. Magdeburg and Holstein Kiel tied at 1. Eredivisie in the Netherlands. And everybody, please love this. Oh boy, we're getting everything here, folks. We give you everything because we don't have NHL for this week because they're on an all-star break. So we're opening this to other sports. Okay, in Eredivisie, FC Den Bosch and Helmond Sport tied at 0, ended in a tie, 0-0. Dortch over Groningen, 1-0. Emmen over Eindhoven, or actually tied with Eindhoven at 1. Maastricht defeated Telstar 6-1. Breda and Graafschap ended up in a goose egg tie. Top Os defeated, lost to ADO Den Haag 3-1. VVV Venlo over Jean PSV 3-2. Willem and Camber tied at 1. In Liga MX Clausura, it was Cruz Azul 3, Quintero 1. Puebla over Mazatlan 2-1. In the A-League action, it was Brisbane and Wellington tied at 1. Perth Glory over Melbourne City 4-2. In HNL action in Croatia, NK Lokomotiva and NK Varazin ended up in a zip tie. In Liga 1 action, Botosani over CSM Politechnica Lazi 2-1. U Craiova 1948, Dynamo Bucharest 2-1. In First League in Turkey, Sakaryaspor defeated Bandırmaspor 1-0. In Third League action in Germany, it was Borussia Dortmund 2 and 1 FC Saarbrücken tied at 1. In Club Friendlies 2024, boy, we got a long scoreboard here. Yes, we do. And I think we're just going to give you a few scores here. Well, yeah, we'll give you just a few scores. Cherkasy over Zemplin Mikkelvoice 2-1. FC Bulin Malu Sport and lost in a big way over Steaua Bucharesti 9-0. Rakov Czechoslovakia over SC Dnipro 4-1. Adelaide Comets and the Adelaide Blue Eagles 2-1. Comets win. And we got a whole lot of scores. So if you want to see the scores, you go to livescore.com/EN. For those, let's get you now to some hockey action. We're only on for an hour. Okay, here we go. In the Alps Hockey League playoff qualification round A, it was HDD Jesenice over HC Murano 6-1. In DEL in Germany, it was Kölner Hail 5, Augsburger Panthers 1. Iserlohn Roosters 2, Bremerhaven 1. Dusseldorf over Schwenger Wild Wings 6-3. East Baden-Berlin over Adler Mannheim 3-2. Grizzlies Wolfsburg over ERC Ingolstadt 3-1. Nuremberg Ice Tigers 4, Lowen Frankfurt 1. Let's keep going. The Ice Hockey League in Austria. It was EC VSV over HK Olympija 3-2. EHC Black Wings Linz over Bolzano 4-3. Fjerrevær AV19 over the Vienna Capitals 2-1. Salzburg over Graz 99ers 9-1. Vorarlberg over Asagio 6-2. Klagenfurter over Valpustera 7-1. In the extra league in Belarus, it was Brest over Vitebsk 3-1. Lida over Lokomotiv Orsha 5-2. Neman Grodno over Humus Novoplast 6-1. In the Ontario Hockey League, the Brantford Bulldogs over the Sudbury Wolves by a score of 5-3. The Barrie Colts over Flint Firebirds 4-2. Oshawa Generals, I almost said genitals. The Oshawa Generals over Kingston Frontenacs 5-3. Kitchener Rangers over the Guelph Storm 3-2. London Knights over the Erie Otters 5-3. Sarnia Sting over the Ottawa 67s 4-3. And the Mississauga Steelheads slammed the Sault Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds 6-3. In the Quebec Junior Hockey League, here's their scoreboard. Acadie Bathurst Titans 5, St. John Sea Dogs 3. Cape Breton Screaming Eagles 4, Charlottetown Islanders 2. Halifax Mooseheads 4, Drummondville Voltigeurs 3. By Comeo over the Quebec Remparts 6-1. Val d'Or Furious over the Sherbrooke Phoenix 8-5. Victorville Tigers over the Rouen Noranda Huskies 3-0. In the WHL, Brandon Wheat Kings defeated the Red Deer Rebels 4-1. Moose Jaw Warriors over the Prince Albert Raiders 3-1. Swift Current Broncos over the Regina Pats 3-0. Saskatoon Blades over the Medicine Hat Tigers 5-2. Calgary Hitmen over the Edmonton Oil Kings 6-5. The now games that are still in progress. Well, ice problem here. Games still in progress. The Kamloops Blazers lead the Wenatchee Wild 3-1. The Portland Winterhawks are blanking the Kelowna Rockets 8-0. In the third period, Vancouver Giants and the Prince George Cougars are tied at 2. Everett Silvertips and Spokane Chiefs are tied at 4. Victoria Royals and the Seattle Thunderbirds are tied at 1. And let's see here. Da-da-dee. And in the AHL, oh, good, we got the AHL. Here's some final scores for you. Told you we had a jam-packed show. Bridgeport Islanders beat the Springfield Thunderbirds 5-1. Providence Bruins over the Charlotte Checkers 4-2. Chicago Wolves over the Cleveland Monsters 5-0. Hartford Wolfpack over the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins 5-4. Laval Rocket over the Rochester Americans 6-2. Belleville Senators over the Syracuse Crunch 3-1. Toronto Marlies over the Utica Comets 4-0. Lehigh Valley Phantoms over the Hershey Bears 4-1. Milwaukee Admirals over the Manitoba Moose 5-2. Grand Rapids Griffins over the Rockford Ice Hogs 3-2. Bakersfield Condors over the Texas Stars 5-3. Games still in progress in the third period. San Jose Barracuda lead the Abbotsford Canucks 2-0. Henderson Silver Knights lead the Iowa Wild 5-1. Colorado Eagles over the Ontario. Colorado Eagles lead the Ontario Reign 3-1. And in period 3, it is San Diego Gulls and the Tucson Roadrunners tied at 1 apiece. So there you go, folks. Okay. Let's now take you over to basketball. And here we go, the NBA. Every one of these is final. The Detroit Pistons lost to the LA Clippers 136-125. Miami Heat over the Washington Wizards 110-102. Atlanta Hawks over the Phoenix Suns 129-120. Sacramento Kings over the Indiana Pacers 133-122. Houston Rockets over the Toronto Raptors 135-106. Golden State Warriors over the Memphis Grizzlies 121-101. Orlando Magic over the Minnesota Timberwolves 108-106. Oklahoma City Thunder over the Charlotte Hornets 126-106. New Orleans Pelicans defeated the San Antonio Spurs 114-113. And the Denver Nuggets took out the Portland Trail Blazers 120-108. In the NBL of Australia, in Australian pro basketball, the Adelaide 36ers defeated the Sydney Kings 85-78. In EuroLeague, it was the Anadolu Fs over the Olympia Milano 79-73. Zalgiris Kaunas over Panathinaikos 80-68. Barcelona over Crvena Zvezda Belgrade 85-76. Monaco over Fenerbahce 76-69, very workable number. Virtus Bologna over Partizan 88-84. Basketball Super League in Canada, Sudbury 5 defeated the Newfoundland Rogues 126-125. In Cyprus A-League action, Pike over Apple 106-95. And the APOP and AEL game were postponed due to some sort of problemo. We don't know what that is, but ooh la la. Okay, in NCAA college basketball was Kent State over Buffalo, 83-52. Brown over Pennsylvania, 70-61. Cornell over Dartmouth, 56-53. Dayton over St. Bonaventure, 76-71. Harvard over Columbia, 62-59. Iona over Fairfield, 91-82. Iowa over Ohio State, 79-77. Quinnipiac over Manhattan, 77-71. Mount St. Mary over Marist, 76-58. Rider over Siena, 91-50. St. Peter lost to Niagara, 68-59. Yale over Princeton, 70-64. Akron over Toledo, 77-70. Butler over Creighton, 99-98. And the Nevada Wolfpack and San Jose State Spartans never did get a chance to play. Why? The result only, there is no result. So there you go. And I do believe that is about it for the live score. That's right. That's it for our live score. And whoa, I cannot wait to find out what happens next. You note that? We know that. And want to say hi to Matthew, one of our not only equal hosts, but he is going to be host and one of the producers of our Twitch program. That's right. That's right. That is RIGHT, ladies and gentlemen. That is correct. So we're going to be headed to a very fun time, folks. And that's about all I'm going to say about that, because things are definitely getting better and better and better and better. You better, you better, you bet. Anyway, we welcome you to all this fun, all this excitement. We are now going into our second half hour, folks. Don't you just love it? Chicka boom, boom, boom. Ow, ow. So give us a brief momentation, if you will. We're going to take a bit of a pause, and we shall continue in just a few moments. This is the L2C Media Network, and this is Steve's Sporty Balls. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Everybody, have a ball. Ring, ring, ding, a ding. Okay, we have done our commercial break, and the rest of the show is going to go unscathed. That's right. A little bit of the unscathed-ness. I'm just checking my messages here. Hmm. Checking my messages. Do wah 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 do wah. Hmm. Scusa. Hmm. Okay. Steve, did you ever figure out if Jay's laptop is fixed? No, I didn't. I'm going to ask tomorrow because they were a little busy shopping. I love it when they shop. Anyway, it's so fun. You get started in the afternoon and you come home at about 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. But if you'll notice, right here, that little cross, um, uh, that's just my little way of saying to the big guy upstairs that he is always welcome in my home. Now, let's get back to our little sportscast. Here we go. Uh, the SEC and Big Ten delivered a coded, read between the lines message to college athletics in a 259-word release on Friday. We got this. Essentially, the two most powerful conferences. Let me go see if I can't put. Hold on, folks. Let's see if I can't do this. Hopefully, won't have to worry. But if so, oops, I do worry because that's slants. So if I put this up here, nope, damn. Well, well, I'm going to have to find something to put on this so I can at least have my hands free. But as I said, essentially the two most powerful conferences on the planet told everyone else to step aside. They're going to figure out the future of college athletics themselves. They're done waiting for congressional intervention or NC2A action. The future of college athletics will be at least influenced, but probably dictated by the SEC and Big Ten. They have most of the money, talent, recruiting, facilities, and brands at their disposal. If the process hurts feelings or damages egos, so be it. If that means collectively bargaining with players and playing them for their athletic ability through revenue sharing, well, that's on the table too. The SEC and Big Ten are among those who have waited too long. Now they have the ability to change the landscape themselves. The joint announcement used careful wording like forming an advisory group. Ooh, to address, quote, significant challenges in college athletics, end quote. Now, this isn't the announcement of a scheduling agreement or another version of an ill fated alliance. The duo is targeting some more significant matters. They made sure to reference recent court decisions, quote, recent court decisions pending litigation, a patchwork of state laws, end quote. That's really what this is all about, eliminating the consternation about an endless conga line of litigations regarding name, image, and likeness, antitrust transfers, the big deal. In essence, the two leagues are aiming to remodel what is left of the collegiate model. Don't like it? Well, you don't have to. If NCAA membership doesn't agree to their reforms, the SEC and Big Ten have the leverage to take their 34 teams and stage their own national championship. The networks and the market itself have told them that it's possible, and it's a path which SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has already hinted at in the past. If that means a velvet hammer, Friday's release, leading to a chaotic breakaway of the two leagues, that is an option as well. It's just unlikely to be one that is explored right away. Sankey and Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petty would certainly like to effect change within the system first. The SEC Commissioner has left breadcrumbs leading us to this day. Can I put this? I'm going to try something here. Let's see. Well, okay, let's just hold it like that. The SEC Commissioner has left breadcrumbs leading us to this day. In June 2023, he criticized composition of the NCAA Board of Governors, calling them out for having too little Power 5 representation. The state of Tennessee this week filed a lawsuit against the NC2A that exposed a horizon where you can see an end to the NCAA if it doesn't change, and if there is no change, the Power 2 will change it for them. That's big power if you understand that, and I know we all do. For his role, Petitti probably just needed time to get on board after taking over as conference commissioner in May. The irony is that historically, the SEC and the Big Ten have been rivals. Former respective commissioners Mike Silva and Jim Delaney viewed each other respectfully from a distance, but their legislative and financial interests were strictly their own. Now there's just too much money and power at stake for them not to join brands. The best rivalries worth watching mostly now reside in these two conferences. Those rivalries translate to television ratings, which translate to revenue. Thank you, conference realignment. Now, the landscape has forced them together to flex at this moment, so let the mind wander as to the extent of this power grab. They could easily combine to carve out a piece of their media rights revenue to share with athletes. They could decide essentially on their own to offer 100 scholarships instead of 85. They almost certainly will demand an unequal share of revenue when the new college football playoff media rights contract is signed, sealed, and delivered. And they could sign up a title sponsor for their endeavors to draw in even more revenue. The CFP and Final Four don't even do that. These behemoths are ready to take over college athletics if the NCAA can't manage the current mess, mostly because a large part of the oil spill has been caused by the governing body overseeing college athletics. The NCAA likes to say it is only enforcing rules as voted on by membership. As sports law attorney Mitt Winter recently noted, that doesn't matter when the rules themselves break federal law. It's not a good thing when there are two not-so-new sheriffs in town. Think about it. All right, let's get to some more coaching carousel. And oh boy, this is fun. The Miami Dolphins appear to have found their new leading man on defense. The front runner and person expected to ultimately land as the franchise's next defensive coordinator is, according to KPRC Houston, Anthony Weaver. Weaver. Yes, weevils wobble, but they don't fall down. Ugh. Weaver will head to South Florida by way of Baltimore, where he was the assistant head coach and defensive line coach for the Ravens. The Dolphins found themselves in the market for a defensive coordinator after the team and Vic Fangio mutually agreed to say adios. In late January, Fangio has since signed on as the defense coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now Weaver comes in to fill that void and lead a unit that has the potential to be a sturdy defense when healthy. The 43-year-old played 7 seasons in the NFL as defensive end for the Ravens in 2002 and 2005 through 2005, and Houston Texans 2006, 2008. He was a second-round draft pick out of Notre Dame. Weaver broke into the NFL coaching ranks as an assistant linebacker coach for the Jets in 2012. Since then, he made stops with Buffalo, Cleveland, and the Texans before landing with the Ravens in 2021. Now, Weaver does have prior defensive coaching experience with Houston during the COVID season of 2020. In 2023, the Dolphins' defense showed flashes of being an elite unit, but was ultimately ravished by injuries, losing likes of Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips down the stretch, among others. That led to a mixed bag of production throughout the year. The club ranked for the 6th fewest yards per play allowed, 5.1, but was 20th in the league on third down and 26th in red zone efficiency. Weaver comes in after helping lead the Ravens to a stellar season defensively. The club ranked among the top of the league in nearly every meaningful stat, including yards per play allowed, 5.2 yards per pass attempt allowed, and points per game allowed. An incredible time, mi amigos. Okay. Vince McMahon has got a major problem in his hands. Just week after news of a lawsuit filed against former WWE CEO and board chairman Vince McMahon alleging sexual abuse and trafficking, details have emerged that federal prosecutors are investigating McMahon, according to the Wall Street Journal. The federal investigation, the report states, also involves allegations of sex abuse and trafficking. McMahon was served with a federal search warrant and subpoena this past July. According to the report, federal agents were searching for, quote, documents related to any allegation of rape, sex trafficking, sexual assault, commercial sex transaction, harassment, or discrimination against current or former WWE employees, end quote. Prosecutors have reportedly spoken to several women named in the grand jury subpoena who were alleged to have received settlement agreements and signed non-disclosure agreements over sexual misconduct by McMahon. One of the alleged victims, Janelle Grant, filed a lawsuit against McMahon, the WWE, and former head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis, in January, claiming she was abused by McMahon, raped at multiple times, and trafficked to other men, including talent. WWE was attempting to resign. Shortly after the lawsuit became public, McMahon resigned from his positions as TKO executive chairman and on the TKO board of directors. McMahon had previously resigned as WWE CEO after an initial round of allegations in July of 2022, which led to the aforementioned federal search warrant and subpoena. He was also unanimously voted off the board of directors. McMahon returned as executive chairman of WWE's board in early 2023 and immediately began the process of looking to sell the company. Ultimately, the promotion was sold to entertainment giant Endeavor, who created TKO Group, which merged Endeavor Holdings, WWE, and UFC under one umbrella. McMahon was placed into the role of TKO executive chairman after the sale, one step below Endeavor TKO CEO Ari Emanuel. Ooh. So we'll give you more information on that soon. Okay, folks. The big story, yes, the big story, there is a big story, is Super Bowl 58 going to be enough will it have enough viewers to topple the ratings king, which is yet to be toppled, That being the finale of MASH, Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. Well, I wish we knew. Scusa. Now, where will this Super Bowl rank? Let me see here. Do we have a search engine? Super Bowl ranking. Okay, so I think we screwed up here. Who are we kidding? Scusa. We don't have any. By the way, former Lion and former NFLer Teddy Bridgewater is returning to his alma mater, Miami Northwestern High School, as the program's new head coach. The move comes after the 31-year-old Bridgewater ended his NFL career after spending the 2023 season as a backup with the Detroit Lions. Huzzah, huzzee, hazzoos. And trying to find something here, but maybe we can look it up. If we can look it up, let's chit chat here. There we are. Okay, so right now, all 21 Super Bowls that CBS aired. Let's give you some of the rankings. On January 15th, 1967, TV crews from CBS and NBC ascended upon the LA Memorial Coliseum for the first Super Bowl. For the first and last time, the Super Bowl was broadcast by two different networks. In fact, Super Bowl I is the only Super Bowl that had to redo the second half opening kickoff, as one of the networks had not yet returned from commercial break. Now, on Sunday, February 11th, 2024, CBS will have the Super Bowl for itself, as the network will be in Las Vegas to broadcast Super Bowl 58. This will be a record 22nd Super Bowl for CBS, with many of its previous Super Bowls going down as all-time classics. This year's Super Bowl has the makings of an all-time great game, unless it's a blowout. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by quarterback Patrick Mahomes, are trying to be the first team since the 2003-2004 Patriots to repeat as champions. Their opponent, the San Francisco 49ers, are vying to win the franchise's first Lombardi trophy in 29 years. In the process, the 49ers will get a measure of payback after losing to the Chiefs in Super Bowl 54. Now, before the ball is kicked, and by the way, we must mention that it's also history because this will be the first Super Bowl on cable television, albeit it will be on the kids' network Nickelodeon. So there you go. Now, before the ball is kicked off in Vegas, here's the ranking of the 21 previous Super Bowls aired by CBS. As you can see, CBS captured the action of some of the best Super Bowls ever, games that helped make the Super Bowl the spectacle that it is today. Well, we're going to count them down, up. We call it Casey Kasem. We're going to pull a little Casey Kasem here. Let's go with number 21. At 21,
is Super Bowl 35, Ravens 34, Giants 7. This one was mostly a snooze fest, sans a crazy 36-second sequence late in the third. Ahead 10-0, Dwayne Stark's pick six of Kerry Collins gave the Ravens a 17-0 lead. On the ensuing kickoff, Ron Dixon's 97-yard return cut the deficit back to 10 points. The Giants' reprieve did not last, however, as Jermaine Lewis ran the ensuing kickoff 84 yards for a score. The Ravens won their first title, while the Giants became the third team to not score an offensive point in the Super Bowl. At number 20, hi, I'm Casey Kasem. Zoinks! Super Bowl 24, 49ers 55, Broncos 10. This game represents the largest blowout in Super Bowl history. Why it's not last on this list? Because unless you're a Bronco fan, the execution of the 49ers offense was truly a sight to behold. Joe Montana, playing in his fourth and final Super Bowl, was in complete control of San Fran's offense before being pulled in the fourth quarter. Montana threw a then Super Bowl record 5 touchdown passes. 3 of those passes were caught by Jerry Rice as the 49ers set a still-standing Super Bowl record for points scored. At number 19, Super Bowl 6, Cowboys 24, Dolphins 3. After years of frustrations, the Cowboys finally won the big game, the big one. Game MVP Roger Staubach threw touchdown passes to Bambi, Lance Allworth, and Iron Mike Ditka. Running backs Dwayne Thomas and Walt Garrison combined to rush for 169 yards and a touchdown on 33 carries. The Cowboys also had a field day defensively. Super Bowl V MVP Chuck Howley interception of Greasy set up the Cowboys' final touchdown. Early in the game, Mr. Cowboy Bob Lilly tackled Greasy for a 29-yard loss, the longest sack for a loss in Super Bowl history. Number 17, Super Bowl 8, Dolphins 24, Vikings 7. Number 16, Super Bowl 12, Cowboys 27, Broncos 10. Number 15, Super Bowl 18, Das Raiders, the Raiders 38, Washington 19. Super Bowl 4, Chiefs 23, Vikings 7. Super Bowl 21 got 13th, Giants 39, Broncos 20. Super Bowl 2, Packers 33, Raiders 14. Number 11, Super Bowl 55, Buccaneers 31, Chiefs 9. Number 10, Super Bowl 53, Patriots 13, Rams 3. Ninth place, Super Bowl 50, Broncos 24, the Panthers 10. The 8th Super Bowl was Super Bowl XLI, right, which is Super Bowl 16, Colts 29, Bears 17. Super Bowl 1 was 7th ranked, Packers 35, Chiefs 10. 6th went to Super Bowl 16, 49ers 26, Bengals 21. It would be the first Super Bowl under the dome. It was in Pontiac, Michigan, the Pontiac Silverdome. 5th Super Bowl was Super Bowl 19. Saints 31, Colts 17. Yeah, XLIV, which I think is Super Bowl 54. Super Bowl 54. Saints 13, Colts 17. Fourth, Super Bowl 15. No, excuse me, Super Bowl 14. Steelers 31. The Rams 19. In third, Super Bowl. Let's see. No, the Super Bowl LXVII, Ravens 34, 49ers 31. Second place went to Super Bowl 10, Steelers 21, Cowboys 17. And finally, Super Bowl 38, Patriots 32, Panthers 29. But the big question is this Super Bowl the one that will finally overpass the final episode of MASH as the most watched event in the history of television? That's going to be fun. You know that's going to be real fun and dandy. So, folks, if I were you, I'd be watching. I think we're about out of the big time, yes. Boy, we're almost 4 minutes. Let's see, we got about 8 minutes left on this broadcast. 8 minutes. Oh, now we still got 8 minutes. Excuse me. If you're wondering what I'm trying to do is I am trying to get a little spot. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, we got about 12:28. We got about actually 2 minutes left. I'm going to end the feed a little early. Then I'm going to download OBS, but I'm going to take out Twitch Studio. I'm just trying to figure out how to. Okay, I think we figured it out. Yay. Okay, thank you. Let's see, what else did we have on tap for tonight's action? Tonight's little game of fun, joy, and laughter. Also known as What Were We Thinking? Well, let's see. We got the NHL All-Star break in. Yes, we did. Oh, boy. Oh, God. If you're wondering what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to find See what we got here. Yes, I did put something in. I must have. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm just trying. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to find the promotion board that I did, so I know what we had coming up. So bear with me. I know we got about give or take about 4 minutes remaining. So as they say, please stay tuned. I'm trying to find things, and when we find things, it's difficult to even attempt the fun, thrills, and laughter. Um, we do it. Nope. We do anything. Nope. Apparently, yeah. Apparently, well, yeah, yeah. Hang on, folks. There is one way to find out. Ah, no wonder. No wonder we didn't have it all in there. So, our apologies, folks. We did that. We did the Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl thing. We did the sports scores. We didn't have entertainment news. So, yep, we faux pod. Yep, our bad. We didn't exactly post it on everything, but well, you know what they say: we screw up, and boy, did we screw up. But at least we got some things done off the list. So we thank you, everybody. And Carl Weathers, you will be missed. Let's see. Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers. Thank you. Yeah, Carl Weathers. Let's see here. He is survived by his children, Jason and Matthew Weathers. He was born in 1948 in New Orleans, Louisiana, and sadly, he died February 1st at the age of 76. He was an American actor, director, and a linebacker in football. His roles included boxer Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky films, Colonel Al Dillon in Predator, and Combat Carl in the Toy Story franchise. He also portrayed, believe it or not, come on guys, hit me up. Okay, so we don't have all the info, but we just want to tell you folks that from all of us here although Pangborn already did it, but I just want to say from all of us here at the L2C Media Network and Steve Sporty Balls, we want to wish Carl Weathers the one true thing, and that is rest in paradise, Carl. You're one of the best. And with that, that's going to end our little show. And trust me, with about 20 seconds left, I think I can safely say we can wrap it up in about that long. Thanks everybody for watching. We're back Saturday night at 11:35. Hopefully, we'll get things all nice, neat, and insane again. Till then, this has been a presentation of the L2C Media Network in association with the fun folks at YouTube. And, of course, Viva Comicsgate. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow night. Please, as always, keep your sporty balls looking good. And as always, keep them shiny. Good night.